Hello students, welcome again in this beautiful world of accountancy. I hope you all are practicing hard at home. Now to this video I am going to start treatment of revaluation account at the time of admission of a partner. But before I start, I'll suggest you all to please like and subscribe my channel. Now I'm going to start my today's class with revaluation account. First we must know why we will prepare revaluation account. What is the need for the preparation of revaluation account? We will prepare revaluation account because we want to ensure that all assets and liabilities are valued correctly. As we know, prior to admission of a new partner, reassessment of liability or revaluation of asset needed to be done, because regarding their valuation in future, dispute may arise. So for reducing the chances of such disputes in future, we will reassess the value of liabilities and revalue assets. For this purpose, firm prepare a separate account which is known as revaluation account. In this case, whenever there is increase in the value of an asset and decrease in the value of liability, it will create an income for the firm. That's why it must be shown on credit side of revaluation account, which is also known as profit and loss adjustment account. Similarly, when there is decrease in the value of an asset and increase in its liabilities, it also creates loss for the firm. That's why we will represent it on debit side of the revaluation account. Third, when unrecorded assets are credited, it means there is increase in the value of an asset. It will create gain for the firm, and we will record those things on credit side of revaluation account. Similarly, whenever there is unrecorded liability arises, it must be shown on debit side of revaluation account. Finally, we will assess the difference between both sides of revaluation account. If balance is coming on credit side, it means credit balance is there, or we can say credit side is more in comparison to debit side, then it indicates gain. And if debit side is more in comparison to credit side, it indicates loss, and that profit or loss is to be distributed between partners in their old ratio. Now let us understand the concept of revaluation account with the help of some journal entries. First journal entry is for increase in the value of an asset or recording an unrecorded asset. जब आपकी asset बढ़ेगी, and as you know, whenever there is increase in the value of asset, वो debit होता है. And on the opposite side, we will credit revaluation account, as I told you on previous slide, because it will create a gain. जब asset बढ़ेगा, gain होगा, और वो gain profit and loss की credit side पे आता है. And as I told you, revaluation account is also known as profit and loss adjustment account. That's why we are crediting revaluation account. Now similarly, whenever there is decrease in liability, जब liability कम होगा, then again it must be debited. जब liability decrease होता है, वो debit होता है. And on the side, we will credit revaluation account, because again जब liability decrease होगा, it will create a gain, and that gain is to be recorded on credit side of revaluation account. Third entry, for an increase in the value of liability, whenever there is increase in liability बढ़ेगा तो नुकसान बढ़ेगा, and whenever there is increase in loss, then it must be written on debit side of revaluation account. That's why I am debiting revaluation account here. An entry for increasing liability is revaluation account debit to liability account. Now finally the last one, when there is decrease in the value of asset. अब again अगर asset कम होता है तो आपके लिए loss है, and in such case revaluation account must be debited and asset must be credited, because there is decrease in asset. और जब asset decrease होता है तो वो credit होता है, will be shown on credit side. Now entry for recording balance figure comes on revaluation account, or we can say for distribution of profit or loss in revaluation account. First entry for distribution of profit. Now first we must know when profit will arise. When debit side is lesser in comparison to credit side of revaluation account, then balance figure comes on debit side, and that debit balance is known as profit, and that profit is to be distributed between partners in their old ratio. Entry for distribution of that profit is revaluation account debit to partners capital account in their old ratio. Please keep this thing in your mind. Profit in revaluation is to be distributed in old ratio. Now second, when debit side is greater in comparison to credit side, it means balancing figure is coming on credit side, then it will be termed as loss. And for distribution of loss, entry will be partners capital account debit to revaluation account, again in their old ratio. Now for better understanding of the question, I am doing one practical problem, and in the given problem, at the time of admission of a new partner, assets and liabilities were revalued. They want you to pass following entries in revaluation account. First entry is provision for doubtful debt at 10% was made on sundry debtor, and debtors are of rupees 50,000. It means हमें provision create करना है, and that provision is equivalent to 10% of 50,000, which is of 5,000. और provision means liability. जब liability बढ़ेगा तो वो क्या होगा? Credit. That's why we are representing that provision on credit side. Similarly, creditors were written back by rupees 5,000. Again, जब creditor कम होगा, it means liability कम होगा, तो वो हमारे लिए income होगा. और liability कम होना मतलब liability को debit करना. That's why we are debiting creditor here. Third, building was appreciated by 20% and the value of building is 2 lakh. Again, जब building आपके पास 2 lakh का है, उसका value 20% से increase हो रहा है. Whenever there is increase in the value of asset, it will create income, and incomes are to be recorded on credit side of revaluation account, and that asset needed to be debited. That's why we are debiting building by 20% of 2 lakh, which is equivalent to 40,000. Similarly, unrecorded investment worth rupees 15,000 needed to be shown there. Now, unrecorded investment. Again, unrecorded asset जब बढ़ेगा तो वो debit होगा. That's why we are showing it on debit side, and on the other side we are crediting revaluation account. In place of passing individual entries for all these transactions, I am passing compound entry. In one entry we will show all type of incomes or gains, and on the other side we will represent all type of expenses. Now, next adjustment. A reserve of 2,000 is to be made in for outstanding bill for repair. अब again जब reserve बनाएंगे आप outstanding bill for repair के लिए, तो आपका liability increase होता है, and whenever there is increase in liability, it must be credited. That's why it is credited here to reserve for outstanding repair bill by rupees 2,000. Next, unrecorded liability towards supplier was 3,000. Again, unrecorded liability is there. Liability must be credited with the name of creditor by rupees 3,000. G, value of stock and machinery is to be reduced by 10%. Again, जब हमारा value of stock और machinery reduce होगा तो loss होगा, and whenever there is decrease in the value of asset, it must be shown on credit side. That's why I am showing stock on credit side to buy 2 stock and 2 machinery by their 10% value, which is equivalent to 10,000 and 20,000 respectively. Now, after adjusting all incomes and expenses, it is clearly visible to us that credit balance of revaluation account is more in comparison to debit balance. It means profit is there, and for distributing profit, entry is revaluation account debit to partners capital account in their old ratio. Now, after knowing how to pass entries or record journal entries for treating revaluation of assets or reassessment of liability in revaluation account, let us start treatment of free reserve or accumulated losses or fictitious assets in case of admission of a new partner. First, for treating free reserves or accumulated profits. As you know, free reserves and accumulated profits has credit balance, and at the time of admission of a partner, first we will divide that or distribute that in old partners. An entry for distributing free reserves and accumulated profit is free reserves account debit or accumulated profits account debit to old partners in their old ratio. Now, after knowing how to distribute free reserves and accumulated profit, your next entry is for treating accumulated losses or fictitious assets. As we know, accumulated losses and fictitious assets always has debit balance, and for removing them we must credit them. Therefore, entry in this case is all partners capital account debit to accumulated losses or fictitious assets. Please keep this thing in your mind. At the time of writing of all the reserves, पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट मस्ट बी क्रेडिटेड बिकॉज वो उनके कैपिटल अकाउंट को क्रिएट करेगा, बढ़ाएगा, बट जो लॉसेज होते हैं वो कैपिटल को घटाते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई देयर कैपिटल अकाउंट मस्ट बी डेबिटेड while distributing accumulated losses or fictitious assets. Now for better understanding of treatment of reserve, I am doing one practical problem. In the given problem, A and B are partners. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:1. They agreed to admit C in their partnership firm. C is to get 1 for share in future profit. At the time of admission of C, the general reserve of the firm is rupees 4,000 and revaluation of assets and liability resulted in a gain of rupees 2,000. They wanted to pass journal entry at the time of admission of C. Now, if you remember, जनरल रिजर्व और गेन दोनों पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल को इंक्रीज करेंगे. दैट्स व्हाई पार्टनर्स मस्ट बी क्रेडिटेड विद देयर शेयर विद टोटल ऑफ दिस टू अमाउंट. देयरफॉर फर्स्ट वी विल कंप्यूट कि किस पार्टनर को कितना पोर्शन दिया जाएगा. नाउ फॉर कंप्यूटिंग अमाउंट टू बी क्रेडिटेड टू इंडिविजुअल पार्टनर इज एज शेयर विल बी 4,000 plus 2,000 into his share 3/4, which gives us 4,500. Similarly, when we compute the share to be given to B in respect of general reserve or gain on revaluation is 1/4 of 4,000 plus 2,000, which is 1,500. After computing respective amount to be given on their credit side, we will pass journal entry and that entry is general reserve account debit. Since we know जनरल रिजर्व का बैलेंस जो होता है वो क्रेडिट होता है, बट एडमिशन के टाइम हमें उस जनरल रिजर्व को खत्म करना है. एंड फॉर रिमूविंग दैट जनरल रिजर्व दैट मस्ट बी डेबिटेड. सिमिलरली गेन ऑन रिवैल्यूएशन इज टू बी डेबिटेड एंड सेम अमाउंट इज टू बी रिप्रेजेंटेड ऑन क्रेडिट साइड ऑफ ओल्ड पार्टनर्स इन देयर ओल्ड रेशियो. नाउ एंट्री इज जनरल रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट, रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू A's capital to B's capital by rupees 4,000, 2,000 and 4,500 and 1,500 respectively. Finally, goodbye, and in next class we will start with full-fledged question. For the time being, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel once again. Thank you.